We are live. We are here, ready for meditation, commencing in approximately 3 minutes' time. Ciao Angela, buongiorno. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Establishing a morning meditation habit. Another lovely day. That's right. Another lovely day. Morning. Almost time. Morning, everybody. It is 8 a.m. on Friday, May the 15th, 2020. And we have gathered here this morning to engage in a meditation. It is Meditate with Adam, session 54, day 54 of this series. And we're training in the extraordinary Himalayan meditations, giving us a sense of vastness and spaciousness. This is what we need, mind space, cultivating and journeying into the space within our mind. We may have heard the phrase, space, the final frontier. To boldly go where no man has gone before. We potentially have heard this phrasing from popular culture, and it's referring to external voyaging, outer space, which we can appreciate, as far as we're aware, has no boundary or restriction. When we're training in this style of meditation, we are turning our attention to inner space. So it's particularly apt for us at this time, any time really, but in particular at this time, because our outer freedoms have been restricted, but our inner freedoms have not. They are never restricted. The only times they are restricted is by our own conceptions our own way of thinking. Now, meditation helps us to liberate ourselves from excessive conceptual thought and redirect our mind to discover this space within us and also outside of us. Your homework last night was to explore the space between objects, to try to investigate the space as opposed to the objects. We naturally cling on to physical objects. This is what we're used to. Yeah. As soon as we wake up, we are grasping onto things. We can spend the whole day going from one thing to the next. So it makes us mind feel very crowded and occupied. When we go to inner space, we are starting to free ourselves from this clinging and see there is a new world waiting for us inside. So in the meditative traditions, they talk about a concept known as renunciation, which is understanding that outside of us, there is little hope for freedom and happiness. Yeah, long-lasting happiness. The hope, that experience that we're looking for is inside. It's an inner experience. This mind of renunciation guides us into this space. It gives us an interest in turning inwards as opposed to turning outwards. And this can be extremely helpful in our everyday life, extremely helpful. When we have a difficulty, any form of difficulty or problem, we turn inwards for the solution. Is the solution to this current problem or difficulty that I'm going through, can it be found inside? So daily meditation gives us the strength to be able to do that and to discover there is this world inside. Vast, spacious world that has no boundary or restriction. You can start to enjoy that space and it can influence our everyday life, especially if we wake up in the morning and spend half an hour exploring it. The way in is to this 9-round breathing. It's a way to clear the subtle energies in our body. So our body is made up of these subtle energies and winds that flow around our body. Our minds are mounted upon these winds, and a lot of the time it's blocked or it's obstructed. So as you probably notice, when you do this breathing, it's clearing something on a more subtle level, which means that when you go down to meditate, there's a clarity which we don't get generally because there's blockages there. So once we've done that 9-round breathing, then we descend into the heart chakra. And we descend into this space. And as I say, this is like this seed of light is our potential. It's what we're interested in focusing on. The blissful seed of light. It's made out of blissful light. Yeah. We use our imagination. We're always using our imagination, but often for the worst. What would happen if this happened and then that happened? Oh gosh, the world's going to end. Yeah. We use our imagination for something helpful. And then we go into that. We draw our attention into it and then abide there. And as we go in, we appreciate the space within our mind. Initially, maybe we can use some experience of space that we've had before. Vast space, not just this kind of space, this space between objects. Vast space. Space that when you look at, if you're in a plane, you look out the window. Huge, vast space. In the same way that our mind, in the same way that the sky, there is no boundary. Same inside. Those thoughts that pop up, what am I going to do later? Clouds. So in this style of meditation, there's no resistance. We are not policing the mind. We're not controlling anything. We are just abiding in a vast, blissful state. And our thoughts, we see them for what they are, which are just thoughts. They always have been. What happens in our daily life, our thoughts get us and make us believe many things. And then that affects our body and our heart rate and our breathing. The soap opera of human life unfolds. But now we sober our mind. We're sobering ourselves, sobering up and seeing our thoughts for what they really are, which are just thoughts. Let's give it a go. Sitting comfortably. We begin by taking 5 long inhalations. Breathing in. Holding the breath. And breathing in. Deep inhalation. And breathing. Deep inhalation. And breathing. Deep inhalation. And breathing out. Final one. Deep inhalation and breathe out when you're ready. Hold that breath as long as you can. And we set our intention of compassion. Compassion for everyone in our life. Everyone across the world. May everyone find peace and happiness in their life. And then to help prepare us to go into the space of our mind, we engage in the 9-round breathing practice. Thumbs inside the fingers, left finger over the thumb, under the chest, right fingers over the thumb, holding the index finger out. Key is to stay focused, taking long inhalations, holding them, and then breathing out each one 3 times. So it's one inhalation, and we breathe it out in 3 sections. The third time we breathe out, we breathe it all out. So you breathe a little bit, then the medium bit, and then all. And we take another one. And when we come to the third breath, we breathe in through both nostrils. We get very, very deep. Hold it. Breathe it out 3 times. So I'll guide you through this cycle 3 in 3 sequences. And the final one, we'll breathe in, and then I'll leave you to hold that for as long as you're comfortable. And as you hold it, you'll feel everything slowing down. It's almost like the world stops temporarily. Okay, here we go. Deep inhalation. Breathe out 3 times. Deep inhalation. Breathe out 3 times. Hands in the lap. Deep inhalation. Breathe out 3 times. Go again. Inhalation. Hold. Breathe out 3 times. Deep inhalation. Hold. Breathe out 3 times. Deep inhalation through both nostrils. Hold it. Breathe out 3 times. Final sequence. Deep inhalation. Alternate. Breathe out 3 times. Deep inhalation. Alternate. Breathe out 3 times. Now for the final one, I'll leave it over to you. So breathe in and just hold the breath as long as you can, as long as it's comfortable, and breathe out 3 times. So deep inhalation. And we just abide now. Abiding in the present. And we visualize the seed of blissful light in our heart chakra, in the center of our body. This is the doorway into the inner world. Vast space and freedom. We focus our attention on the mind, appreciating its clarity and spaciousness. And we abide here. We settle. We rest in this vast space. We invite all thoughts. We accept each moment. There's no resistance, no struggle. And we treat our conceptual thoughts so they're clouds. They're not who we are, and they have no control over us. They're just clouds, the weather of the mind. We sit, and over these next 5 minutes, explore this inner world. And from this seed of light at our heart, we appreciate the space in our mind and the power of our mind to travel and to reach those around us. So with that compassion, we extend our wishes, our best wishes, to those in our life, to those who are sick. We imagine from this seed of light, light radiating across the world, across the universe, reaching countless people, sending them our best, sending them the positive energy of this group meditation. When we consider the day ahead, or the interactions we'll have, or the moments, and we determine to be mindful, to take this spaciousness, this sense of freedom and liberation into our daily life. When we encounter difficulties, to look in, to appreciate that the solution can be found in our mind. Okay, thank you very much. When you're ready, please bring your session to a close. So when we're out of meditation now, enjoy the mind. Enjoy your mind. Stay partly inside, appreciating this is where it's at. This is where real freedom can be found. Even if we can go wherever we want externally, we know from previous experience that we don't necessarily have any freedom. Mentally, real freedom is being able to decide how we feel, and be able to make ourselves happy regardless of what is going on around us. This is our opportunity now to discover inner freedom. And this style of meditation is the way to do that. Space, that spaciousness. We all have it. Even if you did that meditation and your mind felt really busy, and it's still beneath that. It's just getting used to the training and being patient and doing it every day. Consistency is the key. Just keep doing it. Day after day. Week after week. Thanks, everybody. I wish you a spacious and blissful day. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great weekend. Tomorrow, it's Saturday night, isn't it? Saturday night at the Mindful Movies. I hope you can make it. Bye for now.